and not everybody deserves access to your thoughts, your feelings, or your explanation. Hello, my lovely ladies. Welcome back to a brand new video. I'm Urania. I'm a feminine mindset and energy coach, and I help women release emotional blocks and connect to their feminine energy. In today's video, I'm sharing with you 5 feminine psychology techniques that can help you to honor your boundaries and step into your power. These techniques will also activate your dark feminine energy, and I will explain to you how it works exactly. So, before we begin, grab your notebook, grab something to drink, and let's explore this side of your femininity. So, this video is especially for my ladies who need a bit of help stepping back into their power. So, before we get started, I think it's important to understand that dark feminine energy is not about manipulating anybody. This video is not about that. The reason I created this video is because I feel and I see that a lot of women are not standing in their power. They doubt themselves, they accept less than they deserve. And I feel that some of us forgot who we truly are. We forgot our power. And dark feminine energy is all about integrating that shadow self of us. This part of us is unapologetic, it sets boundaries, and it's deeply self preserving. Psychologist Carl Jung called this shadow work. And that's exactly what I base these 5 feminine psychology techniques on. That being said, let's get straight into technique number 1. Technique number 1, strategic silence. This is about understanding that your energy is currency, and not everybody deserves access to your thoughts, your feelings, or your explanation. How do you implement this first technique? Well, when someone is asking you for a personal question or you feel that they're trying to pull information out of you, wait for 3 to 5 seconds before answering and ask yourself the following questions. Does this person need to know this information? And will sharing this information serve me? Most women are conditioned to feel silence, to over explain, to answer every question, or to make other people feel comfortable. But a woman who is truly and powerfully feminine, she doesn't feel the need to answer every question. She is comfortable with silence and she lets people linger in it. She lets them wonder. You need to understand that you don't owe anybody information or an explanation if you don't feel comfortable with that. And that's why I think this is a great way for you to take back your power, especially the women amongst us who over explain, who share too much of themselves. Ask yourself the question before you share your personal information with people. Not everybody needs to know everything about you. This technique trains you to be selective with your energy. Yes, it also creates mystery, but it's not even about that. It's about how you are protecting your inner world, how you are protecting yourself. We often say our inner world creates our outer world. Start protecting your inner world as well. And when people feel or sense that you have a very rich inner world that they don't have access to, you become more magnetic. You become more interesting. If we like to say it or not, people do start to respect you more if they don't know everything about you. So, in my eyes, this is a win win situation. You don't share everything to everybody, especially things you don't want to share, and you become more magnetic, more interesting, and gain more respect. So, try it out. Wait 3 to 5 seconds before answering a personal question and watch the dynamic in the conversation shift. It's also good to know that I am not just sharing these tips for romantic relationships. I am sharing these tips that you can use in different situations or in different areas of your life. Technique number 2, emotional detachment practice. And this technique is also inspired by the psychologist Carl Jung. So, how can you implement this technique? In the morning, take 2 minutes to visualize yourself and become an observer of your life. Imagine watching yourself from above, you being the main character of your life, and you're going through your life with grace, feeling good, doing the things that you need to do. But as an observer, you are watching this and you are completely detached from the outcome. You are caring deeply about your life and what you're observing, but you are not emotionally dependent on the outcome. A woman who activated her dark feminine energy knows that her peace is more valuable than any relationship, any opportunity, or any external validation. And this woman is not cold. No, this is a woman who is self preserved. And what happens when you practice this every single day is that you start to detach and you stop chasing. You stop over functioning in relationships. You stop anxiously checking your phone to see if that person responded. You will become that center of your own peace and calmness. And what happens is you will feel that the world will start to revolve around you. And you just observe. So, tomorrow morning, when you wake up, set your alarm for 2 minutes and start to visualize yourself as the detached observer. And notice how this will shift your emotional state throughout the day. Technique number three, the art of strategic absence. Here's how this technique works. Identify an area in your life where you are overly present. This could be that you're always the first one to text back, or you're always showing up to every single event. After you identify the area, you want to intentionally create space and pull back with 30%. If you usually respond in 5 minutes, start responding in 30 minutes. If you usually say yes to every single invitation, decline one. If you are always the person that's initiating, let others come to you. And this is not about other people. This is also not about playing games with other people. This is all about you and you taking your energy back. And with that, showing other people that access to you is a privilege, it's not a right. A woman in her dark feminine knows that absence creates longing. Presence is powerful, that's true, but strategic absence, that is powerful. When you are not always available anymore, people start to wonder, what is she doing? Why doesn't she say yes anymore? She would always say yes to everything. What's going on? And just like that, your value skyrockets in their perception. You've always been valuable, but because you took some of your time and your energy back, you become more valuable to others. And did you drastically change? No, you didn't. You just started to value your own time and your own presence more. And because of that, others value you for that. So choose one area in your life where you're going to implement strategic absence and watch the shift happen. If you are enjoying the video so far, please share with me an emoji and heart emoji, and that tells me that you enjoyed the video. And also, if you would like me to create more feminine psychology videos, please let me know. I would love to do that. Number four, boundary reinforcement ritual. And this is my favorite of the list. Let's get into it. Every night before you go to bed, answer the following three questions. Where did I compromise my boundaries today? Where did I overgive or overexplain? What will I do differently tomorrow? Write down your answers. It will not take you more than 3 minutes, but this practice is so informative. And let me explain to you why. A woman in her dark feminine has unshakable boundaries, not because she's a mean person, but because she knows that her worth is non negotiable. She doesn't argue about her boundaries, she doesn't justify them. She simply enforces her boundaries with calmness, grace, and certainty. What happens when you practice this technique on a daily basis? Well, your subconscious mind is going to recognize in real time when your boundaries are being violated. Over time, you catch yourself before you overgive. You catch yourself when you were about to say yes, when you actually wanted to say no. And you catch yourself before you almost start to tolerate disrespect. And this is the beauty, ladies. The moment your boundaries become solid, you become untouchable. People can't manipulate you, they can't guilt you, they can't drain your energy because you become powerful. You became detached. You have set your boundaries and you will not let anybody cross those boundaries or make you feel bad about having these boundaries. This is true self mastery, and I hope that all of us can come to this point. So, tonight, answer these three questions. And if you struggle with boundaries, make this a non negotiable evening practice for yourself and watch how you, over time, become powerfully feminine. So, ladies, confession. I am enjoying this video a little bit too much. I did not know that I would like to make this video so much. And I was thinking about what does it say about me? Reflection. I love a reflection. I think I need to tap into my own dark feminine more. I am definitely more of that softer feminine energy. That's naturally who I am. But the dark feminine, I kind of like it a lot. So let's see. There will definitely be a part two of this video. There needs to be a part two. It's so good. But I will name it differently. Okay, that was me sharing my thoughts, my reflections with you. Let's finish with the let's finish with the last technique. Technique number 5, cultivate mystery through selective sharing. This technique is very simple. You share only 70% of the story, of the experience and or the emotion, and you keep 30% to yourself. This looks like this. When someone asks you how was your weekend, don't give them the whole story with the details. Don't say, I went to the park, I saw a dog, I gave the dog some bread, then I went to go for lunch, I had a sandwich, the one with the pastrami, then I went to see my boyfriend, after that I went to go shopping. You give them the highlights and you leave out the details. Another one is that when you are going through a difficult time, share the lessons you learned with someone, but don't share every single tear that you cried. That is for you, your best friend, and your diary. A woman in her dark feminine energy understands that mystery is magnetic. And not because she's hiding, but because she knows that her true depth cannot be discussed in a casual conversation. And ladies, this technique also protects your energy and it protects you from the evil eye. And yes, I believe in that. Because when you share everything, you also give people ammunition. You let people into your inner world before they even showed you that they are worthy of being there. And that's why I see selective sharing as self protection disguised as grace and elegance. I am a feminine mindset and energy coach. So if you're interested in working on releasing any emotional blocks that you have that are holding you back from stepping into your power, and if you want to connect more to your feminine energy, you can book a free discovery call with me. The link is in the description box below. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope that it was helpful. Definitely share it with someone that you think it would be helpful for. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and follow. Subscribe to the channel if you did not subscribe already. And also, I have a podcast, so definitely take a look at the podcast as well. Ladies, I'm going to wish you a beautiful, beautiful day. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I cannot wait to see you in next week's video. Bye, ladies.